Okay. Quick and dirty video. My daughter's garage here. Just going to show you guys. I wired it up. I mean, if you've done wiring in the past, then you probably already know this. But on the XJ, the switch burns out. So my dad's had this truck for 26 years. And he never used the fog lights. But they were burnt out. So I was trying to drive, I ordered an OEM switch, didn't solve the problem. I'm sure there's something either in the wiring. I don't think the relay, because I was fooling around with the relay, swapping it around, and it did nothing. Doing a new switch did nothing. So I said, you know what? From what I read online, Jeep in their infinite wisdom was running power through the switch rather than a relay, which is always a no-no. So I went on Amazon. I'll try to remember to put in the description the link, even though I don't have any, kickback or whatever. These people were incredible though. I ordered a switch, came for 26 bucks, I think. It was a switch, OEM style, so it already looks exactly like the one that was in there. Plus a relay. They include a relay and a little diagram and stuff like that. They actually did not have the proper, they did not have the fog light one, so they sent me a light bar one because they didn't want to hold me up. And then they wrote to me and said, hey, there was a handwritten note saying, hey, we're really sorry we didn't have the right logo. We didn't want to hold you up, so they sent me the other one, the light bar one, for free. Well, not for free, but they sent it to me, and they said, don't worry, when we get the proper one back in stock, we'll send it to you. Is it a big deal to have something else on your Switch? No, but if it's going to look OEM, I'd rather it, look OEM. So anyway, this is me just testing the Switch, making sure that... So I'm taking a trigger. I found a fuse. These two fuses, the 20 here and the 15, I have an add a fuse there. The 20 and the 15 are engine on only. Like, you're not even ACC. When you turn the key to on but not turning the engine over, it does not actually have 12 volts or 13 and a half volts rather. When you kick on the car, when you turn on the car, these fire up. So I want this to be my trigger. I could find something inside the car, but since I have to wire the switch to the relay anyway, what's the big deal? I'll just wire up two small wires into the car. I'm doing everything, even my subwoofer wiring and stuff. I'm doing everything. These days, I try to make it look clean. So loom, some loom here. So relay, obviously, if you know how to do it, you do a relay. One wire goes to fused power. So I got that with a 20 amp off of the positive. The other one goes to ground, so I grounded it with body ground. The other one goes to switch, so white to white is switch. I just got this temporarily. These are cool. They're for the house, and they're great for testing and, clicking, unclicking, because you can unclick and pull the wire out. But for something that's going to see moisture and rain and dirt and stuff like that, I don't think this is good enough. So I used a couple other things. So basically, you snip your... That's funny. I had plasti dipped the black plastics here, and I accidentally had covered the fog lights. So uncovered the fog lights. Let's see. I ran an external ground. I ran a separate ground. Tapped to the frame that I cleaned. I cleaned off the paint to make sure it made good contact. So I got a ground there. Got another one here. So I actually have a ground for each light. And I just snipped the OEM plug, right? Which is... where the heck is it? Right there. So I snipped the OEM plug so that I can plug in and unplug the lamps if you need to take them out. It's a T40. To take it out if you need to troubleshoot or to clean it up, it's a T40. There are 3. If you take off these 2, it takes off the whole bracket. You don't need to do that. Just take off this one and the light drops out. So... got the positive. So I ran relay up top, 4 wires, right? White to switch, which I'll do now, after. Ground, 12 volts switched, and then your accessory that you're trying to power up. So you run that power wire down through that hole, which is perfect. Loomed, protect it. You run it to positive on this fog light switch, and then you daisy chain it and positive to the other fog light switch. Then you take the black, which is ground on both of them, ground to ground, ground to ground up here, right? So now your lights are grounded and powered. Your relay is grounded, obviously, and powered. So final step will be give this, so the light switch needs its own ground, so I'll ground that inside. Right now I temporarily just have it grounded on the battery. So you ground this inside the car. Technically I guess I could run 3 wires, just ground it all the way from here too, so I don't even have to look under the dash. But ground the switch, provide your trigger to the switch, and white to white. So this white wire that comes with it to the white wire on the relay. Here's the relay. I will zip tie this here more than likely. Just clean, out of the way. I actually I took up some of the slack on the power wire running down. So it is what it is. Anyway, so this truck, I have never seen the fog lights working. Running through a relay now. If you ever had a problem, obviously you got fuses to check, relays to check. Should be good. Oh, never mind, the headliner's out. Gotta do that. Troubleshoot some other stuff. Alright, so that won't turn it on. Gotta be truck on. That's it. Switch on, switch off. Switch on. We got fog lights. Fog lights. And that's it. If you want fog lights working on your XJ, wire in a separate switch and relay. Well, it's all done. And I changed my trigger wire to be parking lights. So technically I can leave the switch on and the fog lights will come on with the parking lights. Looks good. A lot of usable light? I don't know. Maybe. But definitely looks good. Looks cool. Oh yeah. Those halogens are doing the most, boy. It does look good though. Having the lighting from the bumper as well. So I moved the trigger wire to fuse number, it's either 7 or 23, which are the left and right parking lights in the kick panel. So I only ran one wire from the relay into the cabin through the grommet on the left here. My ground I took off of the original plug for the fog lights, which obviously you can do whatever. And then my trigger wire I used the fuse. So only one wire in. Footwell lighting works. There it is. So nothing illuminated unless you have the fog lights on, which is pretty cool.